Imagine a tiny detective peering through a magnifying glass at a sleeping cat and confidently declaring it a dangerous wolf. As his long-suffering sidekick, you need a way to stop this false assumption before he tries to put handcuffs on the cat. To do that, you need the word Janai. In casual, everyday Japanese, this is your go-to tool for stating that something is not what it seems. When you are dealing with nouns, like a dog, a student, or a car, the rule is simple. You take the noun and attach Janai directly to the end of it. Start with the Japanese word for dog, inu. The Janai block snaps right onto the end, creating inu Janai. It is not a dog. In conversation, you follow with the correct fact. Inu Janai, neko da. Not a dog, it's a cat. Snapping Janai onto the end of a noun is a direct, natural way to establish facts and correct false assumptions among friends. Picture our detective creeping through a dark room, convinced he is stealthy, until he steps on a rigged floorboard and sets off a blaring alarm. You need to point out that this situation is definitely not quiet. We do this by using Janai to negate a description, specifically a group of words called na-adjectives. But there is a catch. You cannot attach Janai directly to a na-adjective the way you do with a noun. You have to remove the trailing na sound first. Start with the word for quiet, shizuka na. We chop the na off. Then Janai snaps into place, creating shizuka Janai. But notice other words. Try forcing an action verb or a word like samui onto Janai, and they bounce right off. Action verbs and words like samui have their own specific ways of becoming negative. Janai just doesn't have the power to change them. Janai is specifically for nouns and descriptions. It identifies what something is or isn't, rather than acting as a universal not button for the entire language. Suddenly, an imposing police chief walks into the room. All the relaxed banter vanishes, and our sidekick snaps to attention. In Japanese, the grammar you choose acts as a social indicator. It tells the listener exactly how you view your relationship with them. Janai is strictly informal. If you use it with a boss, a teacher, or a stranger, you risk sounding inappropriately casual or even blunt. This diagram illustrates the choice. To speak to a superior, you swap the casual Janai hoodie for the formal business suit of de wa ari masen or ja ari masen. The mechanics of the words remain the same. You still attach it to nouns and drop the na from na-adjectives. You are simply changing the ending to show respect. Choosing between Janai and de wa ari masen is just as important as the words themselves. It actively defines the social distance between you and the listener. With the alarm disabled and the chief gone, the characters finally get a moment to sit down and talk. In spoken Japanese, Janai has a secondary role beyond simply stating that a fact is negative. It all comes down to the pitch of your voice. If you say Janai with a rising, questioning tone at the very end of your sentence, the meaning flips. Spoken with a flat tone, benri Janai means it is not convenient, but follow the upward arrow, benri Janai, and it becomes isn't it convenient? Take the word kantan. Asking kantan Janai seeks validation from a friend, saying, it's simple, right? Mastering Janai gives you two essential tools, the ability to naturally correct a misunderstanding and the charm to build a connection by inviting your friends to agree with you.